do is center lines, and what we're gonna construction lines so we can just get an idea of how big our batarang is gonna be. After you have that done, make sure you're in millimeters plate is. So go ahead and define your build size. I'm gonna do 200 millimeters and 200 millimeters. And now what we're gonna do, since it's defined, we're gonna take our origin and then center it. And middle, and then we're gonna do it again. We're gonna make this horizontal. So now our origin is directly in the center. So from here, take another center line and put it right in the middle. Alright, so that's done. And this will be important for later. We're going to be using the mirror feature. So what I want to do is take our center line and build out. So I would like to say this is going to be 80. And then we're going to times. For this one, don't start it on the middle. Just start it below. And that's because this is going to be 90 millimeters, and this is the edge. This is the edge of the batarang. And then you're gonna want to find that yellow line. Let's pull this further out so we can get to it. Or we can just smart dimension this to be 45. You want it, there we go. And now we can do the same for the middle of this one. This line is going to be 50. And once again, do 25. We want it right in the middle. And now we're going to be doing the tail. So make sure when you do this that it's to be like that. Now depending on how tall, I take it at 25. And I'm going to pull this up to that 25 mark. And now this click is for that batarang. And now I'm going to click again. And that's so I can get the horns on the batarang. And as you can see, what we're doing is just building the bones of the batarang, and this is so it can be defined easier. Now that we have that done, we're going to have a tool, and we're just going to click the top of these points. We're going to click it again, and then I like to pull it to where it shows that, when it gives us that triangle. Let's do this one. Let's get this edge done, and look at that triangle. And then we can do it again here. If you want an equilateral triangle or equilateral batarang where it's like the same on top and bottom, I don't want that, so I'm going to pull it just a little bit higher to make a semicircle. And now from here to there, we can either pull this higher to this line and make it tangent, or we can leave it and make it not so aggressive. I like that. I'm going to try to make this horizontal to the other point. And if you want to do that, we can click the tops. There was a top that was showing up. Well, just try to make it as close as possible. It shouldn't change on you. And let's do this one. And bring it over to that. And I like how that looks. But now that I'm looking at it, I kind of want to change that. So I'm going to delete that, and we're going to go over it with the 3-point arc again. I want it more even. I think that's about right. And now what we're going to want to do is take, and we're going to start here to there, and then you're going to want to click on the top right here to there, and just follow that outline you made. But don't close the shape in here. Don't click here or there, it won't close. Just click it back to the beginning, and now you have your contour and it's filled. So now what you're going to want to do is go up to Mirror Entities, click the body, then click Mirror About, and you're going to take this center line that we put in here earlier, and now we can hit the mark, and ta-da, look at that, we got it fully defined. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim, I'm going to click the trim tool and just slide it right over, and that's now a solid singular piece instead of two solid pieces. And so from here we can you can fully skip as we define the build plate size and it will print exactly like this, or we can go ahead and define it. And for me, I'm gonna go ahead and define it, and you can follow along with where I'm defining it. So these parts are already defined. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna define the radiuses. And I'm gonna have to do that on all of these. And then this one. And then we got to do the single line here. Oh, not that. We take this, measure that out. And we can measure the width here again. We can measure this. So what we're looking for is to get rid of these blue lines. And then we're going to take this, measure this. We're going to measure from here to there. And we're going to measure here. That that over defines it, so we don't want that. Now I believe what we can do is define it from there to there. No, I guess we can't. Alright, from now, I'm just going to click fully defined sketch, and I'm doing selected entities. And these are the parts that I need to be defined, and then I should be able to press calculate, and then OK. And now it is fully defined. It is now ready to be extruded. So we're going to extrude base, and I want it to be around in the depth. And that's just because we're going to be filleting and chamfering the edges, and I just want it to be a little bit hefty so it feels like a batarang. So go ahead and extrude that, and there we go. Look at that. It's not looking too bad. And from here, we're going to chamfer. And so millimeters in that, so it meets right in the middle. And now just follow along on clicking all these edges that you want, but make sure you do them in the same order that you do on this side, or you will run into problems. So I'm going to do the top first. I'm going to leave those horns. I like how they turned out, but let's give it a preview on what it could look like. Not too bad. I'm gonna do it. I'm actually gonna chamfer the tops of those. And like I said, follow the same direction or you'll run into a ugly chamfer. And then click. And there we go. We got the top done. And now for the bottom. And then we gotta click these. Oops, not the face. Delete that. Alright, so once you have everything selected, go ahead and click the green check mark. And there we go. We have our Batarang. And now that you have this, I would click save. We'll click save it. Save, and then click save. And then I click yes. Bodies. And now that you have this save, you can go ahead and open up Cura. Alright, so we have made it into Cura. So what you're going to want to do is hit File, Open, and Batarang YouTube video. There it is. And here you go. This is your Batarang. And see, this is why we defined it. And now we click Slice. And it's going to take 4 hours and 17 minutes. And now what I would recommend is either it should print without any supports. If you look at it, there's nothing red. And then let's preview it. And there you go. See, this is how it's going to look. Alrighty, and I hope this helped, and I will be linking this STL file to my Colts 3D. It will be free since it is a DC character. So I hope this helps you guys.